Hey guys, welcome back to FoodTech Journey. Today we will discuss about food standards and their major role in maintaining quality of products. So without further wasting time, let's start. Firstly, we will discuss about FPO, that is Food Products Order. It was established in year 1955. The major purpose of FPO is that it regulates quality standards for processed fruit products like squashes, pickles, jams, and juices. All these processed fruit products. The regulations that are involved is that it is mandatory licensing for manufacturers that are producing these products, and the standards for manufacturing, storage, and marketing are covered in FPO that must be followed by the manufacturers. There are various periodic inspections by food safety officers or inspectors to ensure compliance of the order. Now we will discuss about PFA, that is Prevention of Food Adulteration Act. Basically, adulteration is mixing food with something that is not edible. In easy language. If you want to know about food adulteration, you can watch my video on food adulteration and various adulterated products for more information. So, it was enacted in year 1954, which is now replaced by Food Safety and Standards Act 2006. The major objective of this act is that manufacturers and producers can ensure that they are preventing food adulteration and ensuring consumer safety. It is for safety of consumers, so that consumers can stay confident about their safety. The key provisions that are involved are that all the food products that are manufactured should be labeled. Labeling requirements, then if any company or any manufacturer or any small producer is red-handed, is like captured red-handed, then penalty for food adulteration will be paid. There are various standards that must be followed for food additives as well, because their intake in a high percentage is also hazardous, and for contaminants as well. It ensures that food sold to consumers is pure and free from harmful substances. This is all about Food Adulteration Act. Now we will discuss about Agmark, or called as agricultural marketing. Uh, it was enacted in year 1937 under the Agricultural Produce Grading and Marketing Act. The major objective is that it certifies agricultural products for quality and purity. It is basically for agricultural products. It covers grains, pulses, edible oils, fruits, vegetables, and spices. This standards involves basic two criteria that are it is based on physical and chemical properties of the products, according to which purity based grading and packaging is done for the products. As grading is for like A grade, B grade, C grade, depends on the quality of the size, shape, color, texture of the product. It is regulated by the Directorate of Marketing and Inspection, that is DMI. So, ISI, Indian Standards Institute. It was re-established as BIS since April 1987. It was first established on 6 January 1947 as ISI. It was re-established as BIS with modifications and changes to certify quality, safety, and reliability of products in India. Basically, IASI or BIS covers food processing equipments, hygiene standards, and food packaging materials to prevent contamination. For example, for equipments like whether CIAP is taking place or not, or people are these People means industries and manufacturers are following cleaning and sanitation or not. Food packaging materials like to prevent contamination. For example, various foods are packaged at high temperature, which could lead to cross contamination, like cross contamination of microplastic or the packaging material in food. To ensure this act was enacted. Its importance is to ensure safe food handling and compliance with manufacturing standards for food equipment. For your information, ISI was established on 6 Jan 1947 under the Indian Standards Institution Certification Marks Act 1952. Bureau of Standards BIS came into existence through an Act of Parliament dated 26 November 1986 on 1st April 1987 with a broadened scope and more powers taking over the staff, assets, liabilities and functions of erstwhile ISI. So these were the modification and changes that were done. Now we will discuss HACCP. We all have heard this term since our graduation, and we are following this in all the small scale, large scale, and industries, QSR, restaurants, everywhere we are following HACCP. Everyone knows that HACCP is Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point. It was established in 1950s and was introduced in 1971 again. This global standards prevent foodborne hazards. Foodborne hazards are biological, chemical, physical, and there's one more which is called as allergen. Allergen is also kind of hazard. It also comes under physical, but we are keeping it separate. With a small example, we will understand all the 7 steps. So, the first step is hazard analysis, identifying risk, whether it is biological, chemical, and physical. Then, critical control points. These are the key steps where control is essential. Next, we will establish critical limits for CCPs. Then, we will monitor these CCPs regularly. Corrective actions will be taken, verification of processes will be done, then record keeping and documentation. These are the 7 steps, but it is quite challenging to remember them. So let me give you a small example. For example, find risk. Like for food poisoning, what could be the reason? We will like for hazard analysis, it is due to micro contamination, right? So biological it is. Okay, it is biological hazard. Then critical control points for like cooking temperature, we can take it as critical control point. Then for establishing critical limits, we will take temperature that is 74 degrees Celsius as critical limit. Okay. For monitoring, we can monitor it using thermometer regularly. Corrective actions will be taken if it is like whether it is infrared issue or some other reason that will be mentioned so that we can track it. Then verification of processes will be done. For example, audits. Nowadays, food safety inspectors and various monthly, fortnightly audits are done everywhere to ensure compliance. Then is record keeping and documentation. Document everything for proof and review. This approach helps to ensure food safety by controlling risks at critical points in the process. I hope HACCP is clear to you all. Now we will discuss food plant sanitation. So there are basically 4 key practices that are involved. First is cleaning schedule. Cleaning schedule should be followed regularly to ensure compliance. Next is pest control. For example, roaches, rodents, lizard, seasonal flies. There are various kind of pests. We have to follow 4D. We have to deny entry, deny food. We have to deny deny them any shelter which is caused by any gap. So we have to follow 4D for deny these pests. If we are not able to control them, destroy them. These are the 4Ds that are followed. Next is disinfection. Disinfection means sanitation. We have to disinfect non-food contact and food contact surface both. It is crucial for food contact surface that it is not 100% but at least 99.9% the food contact surface should be safe to use, because we are going to cook, or our food will be in contact with it, so it should be microbial free. This is for disinfection. We can use any sanitizer with less ppm. It is the standard is between 100 to 200 ppm, so it should be used. Next is waste management. It is also crucial because the waste has high impact on microbial load in the environment. So the waste must be managed properly. CIP. You must have heard of this term, cleaning in place. Basically, these are for big machineries, okay, where automated cleaning of equipment without disassembling the equipment is done. Like in dairy industry, where pasteurizations, big tanks are over there, so we cannot disassemble them and clean them. So this process is used like in brewing, beverages, and other food processing sectors like pickles, sauces, all these industries. Here there all the machines and equipments are connected by conveyor, so we cannot clean them like this. We will discuss CIP in next slide. Major key advantages of CIP involves that it reduces the need for manual cleaning, it minimizes human error, right? It saves time and increases production efficiency because this is fast without any human error. It ensures consistent and thorough cleaning. These are the 5 steps that are used in CIP. First is pre-rinse with water. Fine. Then application of detergent or cleaning solution. We can use caustic water at this temperature. Then we will post rinse to remove detergent. Okay. First water, then base, then we will use to remove detergent, because the base can, why we are using the base first, not acid, because uh, the base can dissolve dirt, oil, and other things in them, and it is easy to clean them. Then we will post rinse to remove detergent. If disinfection is required, then we can disinfect them. Then final rinse to remove disinfectant. These are the 5 processes of CIP by which we can ensure compliance. If we want to check whether CIP is effective or not, we can take microbial swab for the equipment and check whether it is getting cleaned properly or not. So we have discussed that there are various standards like FPO, PFA, Agmark, and ISI that are used to maintain food quality. We have discussed HACCP with examples that prevents hazard through a proactive approach. We have discussed about sanitation and CIP practices that are essential in food processing plant. These are the key takeaways for you. We have discussed about food standards. Basically, one thing that was common is that all the food standards are used for to ensure public health and safety. It builds consumer trust through quality assurance. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you have any question, you can ask in the YouTube comment section. Ask on our Instagram handle FoodTech Journey, or mail us on foodtechjourney@gmail.com. Keep spreading the content, guys, and help us in growing and reach the ones in need. Thank you very much.